device back. Interesting. Okay. Hello, you guys. I decided I would give the whole live thing a try again. Let's see what happens. This is my first live ever. Ever. Yes, ever. So I'm not going to do it in the whole big format, I don't think. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do, and my battery's low. So we have to keep that in mind as well. And I have no idea that if my battery is low, if it goes out, then if it will automatically save to the live, and what happens at that point, I don't know. So I'm so sorry. So we've got split of the deck. We have monster and then batteries here. Either someone's losing their energy, someone is tired of being a monster, somebody needs more batteries. Someone is keeping that charge going of keeping a monster going. We've got Goat, which is the greatest of all time, and also our Capricorn card. Goats are very steady on their feet for sure. We have File. When I originally made this card, well, it's not even made. These are Oracle cards in case you're just finding me for the first time. These are cards that I made myself. They're Oracle cards with pictures. They're in different stages of, some of them are colored in already and done. Some of them are in the first stage of just having the word on there, and then some of them are just penciled in and they need to be colored. And I have another channel where I actually color in the art for people who like to watch that sort of thing. So we've got the universe here, and the file. So the file was originally going to be the nail file, right? To file something down, or you want to put a file in someone's cake to help them escape some kind of situation. File is also to file documents, whether it's with the clerk or the court, or file documents away. We've got the universe card here with the goat. So there's something that has to do with the goat. This goat has been coming out a lot the last couple of days. Don't know what the meaning of that is. Maybe someone's got your goat. We've got, again, with that monster, the monster is just obviously uncomfortable, full of anxiety. The monster was like put together. I don't know if you know the story about Frankenstein, but he was basically built by a scientist and put together parts and pieces of other different things and completely build. Yeah, in the TV show, The Munsters, he was actually quite a nice guy, but he came off as being scary just because people didn't understand who he was or what he was, and he was so large, and he was someone who really stood out. We've got these batteries, all different kinds of batteries, different shapes, sizes of batteries for different uses and purposes. There was a time when we only had batteries. We didn't have the USB, so you could just change the battery out and then go ahead and do what you needed to do with whatever it was that you were needing to do it with. You didn't have to sit there and wait and plug it in and then lose your interest because now it takes an hour for it to charge. That happens when I was trying to use my leg massagers. It's like, and they're like got the Velcro on them, so you put them around your leg, and it would be out of charge, and so by the time they were charged, my leg didn't hurt anymore, so what was the point? Anywho, so maybe there's some kind of situation where someone was trying to create a monster in some situation, and now they're having to file. They could be filing for divorce. They could be filing for protection. This is a filing of some sort that is universally understood. It could be that the universe is actually putting a protection order in on someone who is being treated like a monster. But they're actually just a nice person, and they're getting just the raw end of the stick. Cutting the cards again. Love me not. Maybe I'll leave these out. Love me not is a card that was actually, it's a game that was actually started in France, where you pull the petals out from the flower and you ask the question, do they love me? And then the next petal, or love me not. And you continue around the flower until you're left with no more petals, and whatever the last petal was will determine whether this person actually loves you or loves you not. Mind you, this is something that, why should you even care if someone loves you or loves you not? If they love you, it will be known. There is no question in the fact that someone loves you or not. Love is not chaos. Love is not drama. Love is not questioning. Love is not being confused about it. Love is not something that just goes away, right? This is my toe tag. It's not something that goes away. Once you love someone, you forever love that person if it was actually truly love. You will always care about them. You'll always want the best for them. You will always love them. If for some reason you have, quote unquote, fallen out of love with someone, well, maybe it wasn't really love in the first place. You have to ask yourself that. So there's something that's come to an end. Whatever your beliefs are as far as what happens after someone passes, that could tell the next part of the story that's going to happen or what's going to go on. We've got the pushed out card coming up. We've got purposeful change coming out to transmute something. There's been a nightmare that's been going on for probably a Leo, probably psychically. There's been something that this Leo has been dealing with for quite some time, and that they're having to transmute all of those issues and problems. Maybe that that goat or that Capricorn was trying to drive that Leo into some kind of monstrous state, right? Or in a situation where they needed to ask for some help and say, hey, I just need your help. Everything's falling apart, and I just need your help to put everything back together again. Maybe they thought, maybe the Capricorn thought that they were going to be the person that was going to keep this person going throughout all their trials and tribulations. But it appears that the Leo actually transmuted everything, and regardless of what someone threw at them, regardless of what kind of community or area they tried to trap them in, the Leo was able to transmute things because they're very strong, independent creatures. Maybe we'll do the story that way, like we're talking about the goat and we're talking about the lion. It is actually 4 a.m. where I am right now. Let me see if my little thing is working. Yeah, it's 4:52 a.m. actually. I didn't realize it was that early in the morning. Can we get the date? Yeah, on the 12th of April. Golly, the days just go by so fast. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and put them in the basket and just pick them as they come. Let's see, we've got lost and found. Someone was lost, but now they're found. Maybe they went down this road of low self-esteem, where they were really kind of desperate, or like a pick-me type person who had this feeling of like, oh, do they even like me? Do they not like me? They were lost. They felt lost because of everything that was done to this Leo. It's like they didn't even recognize themselves after all this was happening. We've got the universe here again. The universe has been an overseer of everything this entire time. The universe pours out the colors, creates the worlds, creates the scenes, creates every situation in order for it to be able to beautify those that believe in it, in order to evolve, to grow, to learn, things of that nature. We've got pay attention. Pay attention to the universe, pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the things that are small indications. True story, I had a glass of water and there was this white spider that was in it, and I was like, I almost drank it. Had I not looked into the glass before I was drinking it, that spider would have been in my mouth. How gross is that? Super gross. It's like all my cards always have a story to them. There's something on lockdown right now. Pay attention on what's locked. If something is locked, we're going to have to find the key. We've got the lost and found. Flat top. Someone could be wearing a flat top. That's a hairstyle. It's all shaved on the sides and it has like kind of tall, about an inch or two tall on the top. That was more like, I think from like the 80s and 90s that was really popular. My sister even had a flat top. Both of them did actually. That was like in the 80s. So you could have known this person from the 80s. They could be in their 80s. They could be from that era of the 80s. We've got the updo. Someone's more conservative here. I guess people in military kind of have a flat top after their buzz cut gets cut, huh? So this person could be military, conservative, ghosts and ghouls. Definitely someone from somebody's past. Someone's being haunted by causing issues and problems for this person and keeping them on a lockdown. It's like they were pretty much keeping them locked away from the universe. Life preserver. They literally wanted to be this person's life preserver. Here, let me throw you a line. Maybe this person's belief in the afterlife, of what happens should you pass away, was the thing that was their life preserver that kept them afloat. Since we did have that toe tag up there. Dodgeball. This Leo really, or the lion, really dodged a situation because of being conservative, because of transmuting the feelings and the situations and the experiences that they were having. They were able to dodge these things that this person was throwing at them. I think they wanted this person to be just as lost as they were. Or maybe they were lost, and when they met this person, they ended up finding themselves again, like the true nature of who they truly were, because they had been living a lie, I wanted to say. And perhaps this person actually dodged this situation of being a ghost. Maybe they ghosted this person. That's not funny. But, I mean, maybe they gave them ample chances and they just didn't ever change. Because it was a casual situation. This is a t-shirt. The situation was just casual. Comfortable. They casually ghosted this person. Ship, because it was a situational ship. This is another card that's nowhere. This is just the word on the card. This is the situational ship card. Third party, it's a casual situation. not exclusive, did not have the exclusivity talk. Maybe this person was seeing this person and decided, you know what, I can't deal with that situation anymore. And good thing, because maybe they didn't even know they were in a situational ship. They were kind of just going with the flow, right? They didn't want to seem like they were desperate in order to get a lockdown on a relationship, so they just went ahead and went with the flow, kept it kind of conservative, played by the rules, right? Had mad respect for the situation, but that other person did not. And this one is, a parasite. They had to leave the person because they ended up being more parasitic than they were anything else. This person up here was just not healthy. Their relationship wasn't healthy. It was draining. It was feeding on all the parts that was kept hidden and locked. Now, mind you, this is still the same story where this person was trying to keep this person under lock and key behind the scenes. They're just trying to attach themselves to this person for whatever reason. They just didn't want to let go. It was like they were a succubus. A succubus. We've got the ram here. The ram is the male sheep. It is also the Aries card, a sun sign. The ram will defend their flock like nobody's business. Speaking about the Aries, they always want to be first at doing something. Like if they have like this idea and it's like a really good idea, they want to be the first one to be able to make it happen. RAM can also be the memory on the computer. So this person could have been involved with this person's computer systems, eavesdropping on their information, eavesdropping on what they've been doing, eavesdropping on their communications with other people, and perhaps going behind them and contacting whoever it was that they had an interest in and claiming that this person was a monster. This person is a fortune teller. They believe in all of that hoodoo stuff and alternative ways of thinking and doing things, and that you need to really watch out for that person. They're really a monster. Visitor, probably told that to every visitor that this person came across. Every person that they met, whether it was business, friendship, mentor, investments, family, they probably went to every single person that this person visited and said the same story to those people. Resurrection. Is this person going to come in and try to resurrect the situationship? Because we've got the ram, which is kind of like if you're defending your place, you're defending your team, you're defending your flock, and they go head to head when they battle with somebody. They just ram right into somebody. Ramming the idea or the thought process or their ideas to the visitors. Resurrection. This is the flower that they found 32,000 years ago. They found a seed that a squirrel had planted or dug into the ice caps, and they brought it back to life. They grew it from that seed 32,000 years ago. They resurrected that. So this is a visitor from your past for sure. that either you knew or didn't know that you were in a situational ship because you were taking it casually. You didn't want to force the issue. They were actually just a parasite, causing issues and problems behind the scenes. We have these two coming out together. With the carriage, we don't have a horse, we don't have a person, so this person is pretty much, what are they missing? They lack senses. I can't even see this. Oh, the person is the intellect. They lack common sense for sure. Someone's been stalled. They're held up. Where's the horse? They definitely put the cart before the horse. And then they've got this hover with the drone, looking at things from a higher perspective. Maybe they had a drone and they kept coming to your house with the drone. Maybe that was the visitor that's coming back. This person's emotions are completely dry and inept. Always watching. You know, they say that there's a helicopter appearance. Well, this was a hovering visitor from the past coming back. Alright. They've got a treasure. They're probably going to offer some kind of treasure to make up for what they broke. This is the kintsugi. When you have a plate and it breaks and then you repair it and make it with gold. So that way, even though the person was broken, they are actually made stronger and more beautiful because of how they did break. So they're wanting to come back and resurrect the situational ship. I don't know if it's a situational ship or not at this point. They might have went ahead and took care of everything they needed to take care of. Maybe that was who the monster that they had to take care of. The monster that just kept on going. But they're feeling like this is a treasured situation. It's still got a lock on the treasure. X marks the spot. Maybe they're still trying to find you. Maybe they're going to offer this treasure to you for everything that they put you through. And they realize how broken everything was and how strong you are and how beautiful you are to have made it through to this point. With that being said, I'm going to go to bed. It is, like 5 a.m.? And I'm tired. Yeah, 5:07. With that being said, thanks for being here. Take care and make it a great day. Oopsie. Oopsie. Let me see if I can even turn this off now. Hi. Hi, Calyx. Okay, how do I turn it off?